don't know if you're a fighter. We'll see.
I am a. You see this?
Thanks for joining us. Well, you get 4
We're
sacks,
gonna
you're a
fight.
fighter. You're a fighter.
We're gonna fight. Set up the bout, pay-per-view.
Welcome in everyone to Out of Bounds. Today our special guest is Chandler Jones, Defensive Player of the Week. Now, how did it feel hearing the news, waking up to it, and just getting all the recognition across the league?
It felt good, honestly. It was refreshing, to get some recognition. But it's a reflection of our team. It was a team effort. So congrats to the Cardinals and the Cardinals defense on me being Defensive Player of the Week.
You had a career high 4 sacks, forced fumble, and recovery. Now, going into that game, did you just feel like you were poised to have a big performance like that?
Well, I was back home, and I was talking to Cliff, in the locker room, and I showed him that I had 30 tickets to that game, and those tickets were $100 a piece, so they weren't cheap. But so after the game, Cliff came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I guess those tickets were worth it. I guess so." It felt good to go out there in New York and play close to home in front of all my family and friends, and in order to put a good outing out in New York.
So you and Chase had to do like a show out for everyone
out there, right? Of course. And Chase, Chase played tremendous. Hats off to Chase. He came out there and 3 touchdowns and they were big runs. So I was asked about Chase in a previous interview, and they spoke to me about am I surprised? And I said no. Chase has been doing this year in and year out. I'm just excited that you guys get a chance to see it. And
it really just seems defensively, offensively, things are starting to come together. Almost near the halfway point of the season. How would you just assess this team so far and how you guys have grown?
Yeah, of course. We at the beginning of the season we had our difficulties, but I think the defense is starting to gel. Everyone's buying in what the coaches are preaching, and you saw a good example of the P2 effect. P2 came back and he had a tremendous game, a tremendous outing. So having him back out there it's been great for our whole team.
So you're a believer of the P2 effect as a pass rusher. Just break it down. What does it mean for him to be on that field?
1,010%. I'm a believer of the P2 effect. Patrick Peterson, he shuts down the whole offense. He shuts down the whole side of the field. And having him out there, he's a presence in the locker room, in the huddle. He's a teacher. But the most thing I admire about Patrick is that what he does, he actually runs routes for receivers, and it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to find a player like that. So having him out there in the field and having him bring his P2 effect, that's what you say. It's great for us.
But for Vance Joseph, his defense is predicated on a strong play from the edge, and then what he's able to do in the back end is shut down the #1 receiver. So for you, what does it mean as a pass rusher? What are you able to do with him on the field?
Yeah, I feel like having Patrick Peterson back, it allows us to get time to get to the quarterback. I feel like the quarterback's holding the ball more. He's looking for an open receiver, and it gives guys like me and Terrell Suggs and Cassius and Brooks Reed, it gives guys like us to get a chance to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. Now you lead the NFL right now, 4 strip sacks. So you're not only getting to the quarterback, but you're taking the ball away. Is this something that you've just been trying to focus and improve in your game?
Yeah, of course. I feel like earlier in my career, I feel like I was trying to just get the quarterback down. If I got close to him, I said, "Oh my God, I'm close. Let me get him down." But now I feel like with a little bit more experience, maybe I can do a little bit more, make more of a spark for our team, like get the ball out and maybe cause a turnover.
Well, you're consistent too with your celebrations, your windmill, or is it what are you calling it for
I'm
sure?
not sure yet.
Is it the guitar hero?
This has been a question for a while.
Know.
Is it the guitar hero, the windmill, the wind it up, whatever you guys want to call it, you name it.
I love how everyone is involved now. As soon as that happens, you have Buddha back there, Patrick. It's kind of just
igniting fire. That's what I'm trying to do. Ignite fire through the team, through the defense, and hopefully, we get everyone on board, and hopefully it just brings momentum.
Now I know you've been doing that for a couple years now, but take me back. Why this dance move? It's not really a dance.
I think I saw it somewhere actually. I saw it somewhere, and someone had did it, and I said, you know what, that's pretty cool.
That's the move.
It was a Jacksonville Jaguars game. That's when I first did it,
and
I just started doing it since then.
Well, now you have competition with Corey Peters.
Corey's
Can you do that? Can you do that? We need in slow motion.
I might do that. You know what? My next step.
Windmill and then just bring it there. Yep.
Do a little bit of both.
A little bit of. Pay homage to him. Now with 3 wins in a row for this team, what can you just pinpoint as the difference maker that you feel?
I just feel like everyone growing. Our whole team, they're buying into what the coaches are coaching. We're starting to gel together, and I just feel like we're ultimately. It's not surprising to any of us that we're in a winning streak. This is what we've always believed. It's just the point of buying in.
We have some fans who sent in lots of questions for you. Now, The first one, as of Sunday, you sacked 41 different quarterbacks. So Jord XN wants to know if you could sack one quarterback past or present, who would it be and why?
Oh, Jord XN. I would want to sack Tom Brady.
I thought that would be your answer.
Tom Brady, just because I've never sacked him, I was never allowed to. And
Right. Doesn't happen in practice. You
yeah.
don't.
And he's my friend, so I would like to sack him.
What is your game day superstition?
Oh, I don't wear a
Music.
mouthpiece.
You don't wear a
I
mouthpiece.
don't wear a mouthpiece just because it's superstitious. Not for any other reason, just because I've never worn one.
Okay.
So I don't wear a mouthpiece.
Be careful out there. You don't
I
wanna-
breathe better, I feel like, for that one.
You're gonna be like a hockey player missing teeth. Okay, Eric Escalona wants to know, growing up, who did you look up to?
Growing up, I looked up to my older brothers and my father.
Okay.
I have, if you didn't know, I have two older brothers that are professional athletes, and my father is a pastor. So I've had very great role models growing up, being the youngest.
Absolutely. They could bully you around, right?
Of course.
This leads into MRS41. He wants to know, do you ever work out with your brother, Jon Bones Jones?
Of course.
Yes.
Every off season that I have the chance to. This off season I didn't get it to, but I always go up to New Mexico and we train some MMA,
Yeah.
mixed martial arts.
Can you hang with him?
Can I hang with him? My arms are longer than his, but he has better
How does
technique
that
than I
help,
have.
though?
How does it help? He can't reach me.
Well,
Oh.
he has all the moves. I'm sorry.
He does. He gets it.
Is
He's
he
a
your
professional
favorite
fighter.
athlete?
He is my favorite athlete.
Okay.
Right now he's my favorite athlete.
Right now.
Because,
so
well,
there's
my
room.
other brother, he used to play professional,
yes,
so he was my
absolutely.
favorite athlete then.
Well, you
so
can have two. That's
I
fine.
can't. Yeah, so both of those. But I do train with John. So
I need to see this. We need to see footage of this.
We'll pull it up.
I don't know if you're a fighter. We'll see.
I am a. You see this?
Thanks for joining us. Well, you get 4
We're gonna
sacks, you're a
fight.
fighter. You're a fighter.
We're gonna fight. Set up the bout. Pay-per-view.
Not happening. Thanks, Chandler.
I'm out of here.